Hello and welcome back to Student Tutorials. Today we are going to be showing you how to download Microsoft Office for free at university, as well as teach you some of the basics of PowerPoint, Excel and Word that will be relevant to your labs this year. Firstly, we're going to download Microsoft Office, so type up Microsoft 365 into your search bar and click on the top link. You will need to sign in using your university email address. Once you've done this, it will take you to this page. You can then install the application straight to your desktop using this top right button. This will install Word, Excel, PowerPoint and the other free applications that come with Microsoft 365. It may ask you to sign in again with your university email when you first click on these applications. We are now going to go over the basics of PowerPoint. PowerPoint is likely the application you will use the least throughout your time in physics labs. However, it can be extremely useful for creating graphics and posters. So you'll see here if you create a new blank slide, this gives you room to design on. PowerPoint comes with some already pre-designed designs in the Design tab. You can also go into the Insert tab to insert tables, pictures, shapes, or text boxes. You will see here I'm just adding a title and using the Home tab to reposition it and change its size. Sometimes when designing a poster, you'll need to design it to fit a certain size in real life. To do this, go to the Design tab, click on Slide Size, and then Page Setup. The top button allows you to pick from some pre-designed sizes such as A3 and A4, or you can manually change the width and height of the PowerPoint slide yourself. When you press OK, it will ask you if you want to scale up or don't scale. We're going to scale in this case. To export your files to a PDF, press the Save As button and scroll down to find Export to PDF. You should note that this will actually make a second file rather than changing your pre-existing PowerPoint file. We are now going to discuss the basics of Excel. Excel will be a useful tool in your laboratories for taking in data for lab reports, as well as making graphs in collaboration with Jupyter Hub. In Excel, you can make several spreadsheets in the one file. You'll see this bottom tab is what controls this. You can add a new file, or new spreadsheet, or delete a spreadsheet, or you can right-click to rename. To add data to a cell, right-click on your chosen cell, type, and then press Enter. You'll see our cell now contains the number 13. To move this about, hover over the right line until you see a hand. This will let you move it to any cell of your choosing. You can also copy data from one cell to many cells by hovering over the bottom right corner until you see the black arrow and drag down. We're now going to create some sample data to see how it works with creating formulas and making columns. So you can see here I'm adding speed and time. Now there are four main operations you can do in Excel: add, subtract, divide and times. So see here, to make a formula, you click on your cell and press equals, select your first number, add, select your second number and then press enter. And you see that we've now created a cell that shows 3 plus 4 equals 7. The remaining operations work the same way, but instead of add, you're pressing the minus symbol, the asterisk symbol for multiply, a slash for divide. Sometimes you will want to repeat a formula across various cells in the column. To do this, click on the bottom right and drag down. You will see that this no longer puts the number 7 in each cell, but has dragged the formula down so that each cell shows the left and right added together. You'll see here in this bottom cell that 0.9 has 2 decimal places. Sometimes you want to add more decimal places or remove decimal places. This top right button with the blue arrows and the zeros will do this for you. Another useful function is the sum function. if you go to the Formulas tab, you'll see the Auto Sum button. If you've selected a blank cell beneath a column of numbers, this will total up the numbers and put it in the cell for you. One final useful tip: if you add 1, 2, 3, highlight and then drag down, this will create an ordered list of numbers for you. There will be more videos in Excel in the future, but for now this should be all you need to create down data for your labs. Finally, we're going to discuss the basics of Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is an excellent tool for reports, however, as you will see later, we do encourage the use of LaTeX instead of Microsoft Words. But it is still useful to learn the basics of Word. You will see here I'm going to type this as a title. This first Home tab allows you to change the size, font, bold, italics and underline the title, or use the paragraphing tool to place it in the centre. To create a bullet pointed list, use the 3 bullet point icon on the top. You can also make this a numbered list by using the button next to it, which has 1, 2, 3 on it. To add a table into your Word document, use this table button here. That will allow you to adjust the size of rows and columns for your table. You may also want to insert a header or footer throughout your lab reports or any other documents you might make. This is again in the Insert tab. You're just going to edit your header and footer and close. To create a footer is the same as the header. Type in the bottom and then close the header and footer. And you'll see that these will remain there even when typing. Another important thing to add is references throughout your report. To do this, type up your line and go to the References tab at the top. You're then going to go Insert Footnote, and this will add your references to the bottom. Another key thing to learn in Word is how to add images. Often when inserting images, Word will not allow you to move it to the exact place you want. So you'll see here if I try to move it left and right, it's going to just put it back where it was. To fix this, you're going to right click and go down to Wrap Text and then Type. You can see you can now move the image wherever you want to within reason. Finally, another useful thing that you might use throughout your physics lab reports is the Insert Equations button. So if you go to the Insert tabs at the top, an equation, you will see it gives you some pre-made equations, or you can add your own equation in the Insert New Equation button. You'll see in this top box here, you can add fractions, you can add you can add symbols. There are many options for creating your own equation here. So we're just going to make the voltage divider equation as an example. And then right click to exit the editor. You can also right click here to save the equation for future use. So we're just going to say this is voltage divisor equation. And you will see here that if you now go back into the equation button and scroll down, you can see the voltage divider equation ready for use at any time. Finally, just like with PowerPoint, if you want to export as a PDF, just click the Save As button, scroll down and export to PDF. That's all for this video on Microsoft Office. In the next video, we'll get a setup for Pico Log, EasySense and Tracker.